So, what do you think mental health means?
State of your mind.
Like feeling
Mental health, like
feeling
being
comfortable
unstable,
and
being
unstable.
mental
Yeah.
health.
To me, it can mean a variety of things. It can be like an actual illness that you have. It can be anxiety. It can be that you're not comfortable in certain situations. It can be in either your work life, your school life, your home life. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like just one specific area.
And what do you think mental illness means?
Like unstable mind, I guess.
I would say someone who would suffer with like severe depression would be mentally ill, something like that.
What do you think mental illness means?
Like crazy people kind of type thing.
How many people do you think suffer from mental illness in Canada?
Can I say like fractions?
Yeah.
Like an eighth?
At least like 4 million people.
60%?
Maybe a million. Yeah. 30. You said there's 32, right? I don't know. Maybe a million, maybe more.
So about 1 in every 5 people, so over 6.5 million Canadians, experience a mental illness or substance abuse problem in their lifetime. So this includes anxiety, depression, mood disorders, and many more. Did this number surprise you?
Yeah, a little.
1 in 5. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No.
So research shows that over half of people living with mental illnesses said that they were embarrassed about their mental health problems, and over half felt like they had experienced discrimination. How do you feel about this? Does this surprise you?
I mean, not really. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it feels to have mental, what is it called? I'm sorry. Illness myself, but like it probably would be pretty hard having one and to deal with it daily.
when people hear the word mental illness, they get really uncomfortable. I don't think it should be that way, but
It's sad.
Well, sad, yeah, I guess. But you know, shit, I mean, stuff we gotta deal with.
What do you think stigma means?
I have no clue what it actually means.
I've heard the word.
it's like a thing that comes with a certain thing.
How do you think stigma affects people with mental illness?
Makes them feel embarrassed.
I mean, with lots of things going on, like hearing how mental illnesses can like make people with the mental illness probably feel like very bad about themselves and like not being able to be the same as everyone else.
It makes people feel the bad ways.
It gives them a really poor sense of self-worth.
And how do you think the media represents mental illness?
More negative, maybe.
I feel like they kind of put it down, like make the people who have the mental illnesses feel like they're not as important as a normal person.
They like make fun of it and
bunch
stuff.
of little memers like
Yeah.
making fun of it.
I think they glorify it and they don't really realize how much that they're showing to the general public is hurting people. And then some parts of media obviously are very helpful, because if we didn't have social media for people to find out where to go, it would be very difficult. Because I think we're in an age of social media where it's easier for people to access that information, but some newscasts are not helpful.
Do you think these are accurate depictions of mental illness?
I feel like some of them definitely exaggerate a little.
In some cases, I think so.
Not necessarily, no.
So did you hear that a man who once suffered from schizophrenia went on a shooting spree in Times Square and later stabbed a pregnant physician in the stomach? How do you feel about this?
It's heavy.
That's gnarly. But the mental illness probably drove him to doing that. Schizophrenia, you have lots of things going on in your head, so it's pretty messed up.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, but it would depend on how old this person is, how much help he had, what his upbringing was, what his social economic situation was. There's so many factors that would come towards why he would do something like that. I'm assuming because he has mental health and stabbed a pregnant lady, probably had a struggle in his home family life when he was younger.
Now, what if I told you that these were the opening scenes from Wonderland, a drama set in the psychiatric and emergency rooms in a New York City hospital? Do you feel this says something about how the media portrays mental illness?
This doesn't surprise me, and I agree with that. I think there's a lot of people, from young people right through to adults, that are not aware of what's going on with their body and their health, and they don't know how to express it correctly, and they feel like they're the only one. So I think that they're embarrassed and they don't know how to come forward. And that's when I go back to the education on letting people know where they can come to and search out help.
Perfect.
So I feel like that doesn't happen too often, of someone with schizophrenia going on a killing spree. I feel like it's just not, it's kind of abnormal, right?
Like they create an image of people who are like unstable and should be more like confined than taken care of.
Bad. They just sound bad, yeah.
They make it worse than it is.
Yeah, see, it's glorified. It's they're not looking at the real picture. There's a lot of people that are working in the industry that are working really hard, and I think that there's just not enough money to help a lot of mental health people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and have mental health with like homeless, and the homeless have like nowhere to live, and they can't manage in their day-to-day life. So that schizophrenic, you're not sure what his background was.
Right.